I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna, you know, big it up or any of that shit. That was fucking awful. That was my first rowing session since the camp. I got my new hand, I had my arm fixed, I went in, and all I did was 3 1-minute sprints, and I just felt awful, like weak and sick at the end of it, and I wasn't performing anywhere near what I did on the training camp. I'm not sure what it is, I'm not going to make excuses for it. I don't know, maybe I timed my breakfast wrong this morning or didn't drink enough, whatever the case may be. I wasn't just tired, I literally felt awful all over in my head, in my gut. I was tired, you know, it was just a terrible, terrible session. But, you know, the good thing is we've got time. I think I need to concentrate more on technique rather than brute force and ignorance. But we'll get there, and I just wanted to I want to be honest through this vlog and this training log. You know, not all the sessions go great. That was absolutely shit, and I feel like shit because of it, and I'm going to spend the rest of the day pondering on it and figuring out what went wrong and how to make it better. Apologies for the poor lighting. It's early in the morning, it's just gone 6:20, and I am back on the way to the gym for a bit of Invictus Games training. You know, I had that awful session the other day. Really, I wasn't sure what's wrong with me. Just had no energy, felt weak, felt sick, felt dizzy at the end of it. I'm hoping that that's done and dusted now and I'm over that. So right now I'm on the way to HMS Drake, to the Help for Heroes Endeavour building, where I'm meeting some of the team from the Invictus Games who want to do a bit of filming. They want to film a bit of the training. You know, I think for one of their behind the scenes documentary type things, and some footage for those guys. Now, I don't mind doing this at all. I really enjoy it. It's a thing I really love doing, but I've never done it before when at the end of, you know, the training and film and everything, I'm actually going to be competing. And I'll be honest with you guys, it makes me feel a bit under pressure. You know, kind of feels like you're getting filmed, and you know, there's some certain expectation on you, and then if you don't perform at crunch time, it's a bit of an anticlimax. So, you know, you guys know I've never done this stuff before. I've never been an athlete in these disciplines. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm starting from scratch, and I'm just going to do the very best that I can. I'm going to try and use this pressure that I feel in a positive way to focus me and channel my aggression, if you like, towards my training. But that's what's on the cards for the day. Now, actually, before I go to HMS Drake, I'm on the way to pick up Matt Elliott, because today is an exciting day as well, not just for the filming for Invictus, but we're officially starting filming for No Limits, the documentary today. So Matt is going to be filming me getting filmed. So I'm not sure that's going to work. Matt knows better than I do, but it's an exciting day. It's a busy day. I'm pumped, and I love doing this stuff. We'll see how it goes. You guys know I'll jump in and continue this vlog, let you know how it all goes. But as well as this now, the Road to Invictus, we're also going to be doing some behind the scenes for No Limits, a documentary. So, excuse me a sec. So keep your eyes peeled on the blog, on the vlog, and as always, thank you guys for your support. It's 5:59 AM. I've just arrived here at HMS Drake. I didn't get the vlog yesterday. It was a long day. I didn't get home too late. But we're on day 2 right now of the Invictus Games swimming camp. Excuse me. And we are starting. I mean, we're going to be in the gym at 6:30 doing some pre-pool workouts, a bit of warming up, and then we're in pretty much from 7 this morning until 7 this evening, obviously with lunch and breaks and, you know, a few post-pool gym sessions and a few pre-pool gym sessions. We've got 2 full-on 2-hour swim sessions today, a couple of weights, stretches, etc., thrown in between. But here we are. We are on the swim camp. We will finish tomorrow. It'll be 3 days of it, and then I'm straight up to Wales, to Newport, for more rowing and more hand biking Monday and Tuesday. All right, guys. Good morning. It is the third and final day right now of the Invictus Games swim camp. You'll notice it's a little bit lighter outside this morning, and that's because we were given a lay-in, so we don't have to be in. It's 38 minutes past 6 right now. We don't have to meet up until 7, and then I think we'll be in the pool about 7:30. We've only got one session a day, 1 2-hour session. Then we all grab breakfast as a team, and then we bombast and go our separate ways. I am jumping straight back in the car and heading to Wales, up to Newport, because we've got 2 days then, Monday, Tuesday, of rowing and hand biking. So hopefully that's going to give me a bit more time on a rower to get used to it, not get used to it, but become more comfortable with it. Maybe find out some micro adjustments I need to make. Hopefully there will be no macro adjustments, but it's all just a bit of fine tuning, and then balls to the wall cardio, anaerobic training. I've not done a hand bike camp yet. There hasn't been one. Now, you guys know from Instagram, Snapchat, all my other platforms, I do hand bike on a turbo trainer in my garage, and that is purely for my own fitness, maintenance, bit of cardio. I don't take the bike out on the road, and that's a completely different ball game. You know, figuring out the gears, and you know, all this stuff takes time when you have to become kind of one with the machine, figure out its quirks, your quirks, what works good, what works bad. So hopefully I'm going to get at least a day to take Helen, that's my hand bike, out on the tarmac and train out there and do what I can to improve my hand biking. Now, what's been really good about this swimming camp is it's been intense. You know, I don't know how I look right now, but I feel pretty tired. Yesterday, what time did we start? We started at 6 in the morning and we finished at 6 in the evening. It was two-hour sessions in the pool, working on skills, drills, speed, different techniques. Obviously I'm limited, I can only really do one stroke, one technique. But what was great about it, in between that we had lectures and presentations and that kind of stuff, and we spent time together as a team, which is very important, getting to know each other and bonding, and you know, forming those friendships what are going to carry us through to the Invictus Games. But one of the good things was every session we had before, we get in the pool for half an hour, and after we get out, we go in the gym and we do a big stretch off. So we're stretching all those muscles, just mobilizing them and working them and warming them up and warming them down. And actually I feel really good. I feel tired, but my body feels really good. Normally it feels beaten up and broken after intense exercise and prolonged exercise, endurance based stuff. But that little bit of extra there, that little, you know, stretch and warm down and warm up has really helped. So I'm going to incorporate that a lot more into my training now. I know it's important. I've always known it's important, but it's one of those things that I think a lot of us neglect, because we just want to go, you know, train, go in there hard, finish, and then wait till the next time. So this is something I'm going to be doing a lot more of. I'm going to be utilising my foam roller a lot more, stretching out my spine, my obliques, really looking after this shoulder that I've got, the one good one I've got left, because, you know, hand biking, rowing and swimming, it's all on this one arm, so I've got to look after it. So here we go, day 3. Now, like I said, it's been very enjoyable. It's been hard work but enjoyable, and then I am straight back in the car, and then I'm off to Wales, so I'm checking with you guys then. All right, we're done. Swim camp, 3 days, done and dusted for now, but that's just the beginning of the hard work. I've quickly zoomed home, filled the car up. As you can see, Helen is joining us, my adaptive rowing seat is back there, and we are now gonna head up to Newport in Wales for 2 days of rowing and hand biking. Wow. That is the only word that I can think of to describe the last 2 days. So I've been up in Newport in Wales and in Bath again today, doing a 2-day rowing and hand cycling training camp for the Invictus Games, and it's been awesome for many different reasons, but I am really starting to get into this now. So I got 2 PBs in the rowing, the 4-minute race and the 1-minute race. I broke both my last personal bests, which I'm extremely happy about because it shows I'm making progress. I did a hand biking time trial today, and to be honest, one of the biggest things I learned is how little I know about that sport. I turned up in Helen, you guys know Helen, my hand bike, and I don't know anything about hand bikes, and I turned up there, and if you'd seen some of the bikes that these other guys had, I'm talking, 8,000 pound bikes, carbon fiber frames, electric gears, not the manual ones that I've got, custom made cogs. What else was there? These whole bikes were just completely customized. I turned up in my hand bike without even a helmet. That's how clueless I am about hand biking. I was the only one who turned up without a helmet. But I asked a lot of questions of these guys who have got a lot more experience than I have, and I learned a lot. And off the back of that, I'm going to make a lot of changes. I'm going to apply for funding for a new bike because mine is definitely not up to scratch. And one of the things I found out actually was that when it comes to competing, there's no regulations saying we all have to be on the same bike. Whatever bike you have, whatever you own, whatever you use and race with, or whatever you do with it, is what you race with at the Invictus Games. So, I love my hand bike, but it is the most basic of the most basic. Some of these are £10,000 plus what the other guys are using. Like I said, with all the Gucci kit, electric gears, and they've all been tricked out. And these guys have got years of experience of road testing them and figuring stuff out and changing it to make them the best they can. So I've really got a lot of work to do with respect to hand biking, but it's exciting. It's exciting to go out on this journey, to figure it out, and most importantly of all, to grow from it. I've already grown in these last 2 days from what I know now to what I knew 2 days ago. Is incredible, and that's just came from picking all the other athletes' brains who have so much more experience and knowledge than I do, and then that's what it's all about. Asking the questions, learning, implementing what you've learned, testing, adjusting, and moving on. So it's been an incredible 2 days. Like I said, I've learned a lot. I've surpassed what I did at the last camp. I've got new personal bests. I have bonded with these guys again. I met people from the last camp. Some of the guys that were on the swim camp with me in Plymouth were there again. That was another thing we did, the swim camp. I made a bit of progress there as well. Figured out a new kind of swimming technique, which is more inclusive of my hips and stumpy, and it makes it feel a lot more like it used to feel when I was swimming. And trials are in 3 weeks, and the team selection will be after that. But there's already such a buzz about this, and it's hard for me to explain. All these guys, they know I'm the newbie, right? Who's never done this before, and everyone's inclusive, and they're trying to help, and they're giving me their advice, and it's brilliant, and I really appreciate it all. And it's what this is about. It's going to give all of us again the chance to represent the UK. If it's your thing, represent your individual cat badge. It's a big thing for me to represent the Royal Marines again in some shape or form. And I'm just completely buzzing and stoked that I've done this now, and I'm so glad that I've actually bit the bullet and decided to give this a shot. And now I want to train my ass off and really give this everything that I've got now. and when I am representing, well, when I hopefully am representing the UK, I'll do it to the best of my ability and hopefully make them proud.